I'm so excited that everyone that is here that you all made it. With anything new, it's a little scary and intimidating, and we're really excited about it because there's a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be able to do that we weren't able to do before, and we figured this would be the easiest way to show everyone. So like Kelsey said, we've got Krista, Kelsey, Casey, and Michelle all here from the office. And I'm going to be going through quite a few things. I hope to answer everyone's questions as we go. I would say at the end when we're finished, if anyone has additional questions, we'll definitely leave some time to answer all of those. We are going to record this, which will be shared. Casey said maybe within the hour, definitely by the end of the day. So that way, if anyone needs to go back and recall anything we've talked about, it'll be available. Kelsey, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Awesome. Okay, so this is the ACA website. So the first thing we're going to do is show you where you can find before we start diving in and logging in. We're going to show you where you can find the help center on our website. It's going to be under that first tab, community, and down at the bottom, yep, help center. And our intention with this is we've got a few things. You all are going to use organizations for the clubs and for organizations. Our intention with this is there's already a few items there. We've got screenshots, we've got a step-by-step guide, but as we open up more things and as more things come available, we're gonna add them here too, so you all can reference this. If you want to go ahead and log in to, where do you want to go from here, Kelsey? Do you want to go ahead and log in so you can show them where to find it?
Yes, I also wanted to say that up here, you can see this that says submit a request, or down at the bottom, there's the same thing. So if you have a question, you can also use this anytime, and that will come through to us and we'll answer your questions that way. So um, the Help Center is a great thing. Again, you can also use this for your own individual account questions, or if you're an instructor or a leader or guide, if you have more insurance questions, all this sort of stuff. We have lots of cool things. And if you can't find the answer, just submit a request and it'll go straight to us.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah.
So you can also find the same page, the Help Center, when you're logged in under your individual membership, which Kelsey will show us. That's something we recently added. So we're logged in as Kelsey. Over on the left-hand side is your menu, and the fifth one down is the Help Center. That'll take you to the exact same place. So you don't have to go back and forth between the website and this. So this is an individual membership. From here, anyone that is already an admin on a club or organization who would have been on in the last system we transferred over to here is going to have the option in the top right corner to switch their profile into this club or organization profile. So we have the Fredericksburg Canoe and Kayak Club. So that is how you're going to be able to switch from your individual to your organization without having multiple logins anymore. It's just the one login for your membership, and you're going to switch back and forth between yours and the clubs, whichever one you're doing business as. Um, we have had a few questions pop up where people think that they have to create a new club profile, and anyone that had a club or organization, so a PAC or an affiliate membership before now, it already exists. You do not have to create another one. It's there. We might just have to help you figure out who's listed as the admin if it's not popping up for you. From here, when you're in the club, the next most important step that's coming up within the month is going to be how to renew, which you're going to go right to your Paddle America Club membership. And this one is showing that it's going to expire on February 1st. And of course, it's giving us a big lapsed button right there. Oh, I'm sorry. That was February 1st of last year. So it's showing us that it's lapsed.
Yes. So either way, whether it's going to expire shortly or it already has, this is where you'll see that status here.
Perfect. To renew, you're gonna, yep, go ahead and click on the three buttons on the right-hand side and edit. And so something that's great about the system is it should take you step by step through this whole process. We try to make it as simple as possible. So it's taking you right to you're going to select which membership if it's 0 to 75, just like you all have done in the past, and it's going to add this amount, this cost to the cart for you when you're done doing this. So this is an auto renewal, or you can do a one-time payment. Yeah, so your name and then your club website. The club logo, that is something that I feel like that's new, Kelsey, am I right? That people can actually add their club logo and it'll pop up for them or no?
This was in the old system, but it was very buried and hard to find. Yes. And so we would love it if you added your logo. We do have a new find a club search feature, and we any information that you put in here on this particular screen with your name, your website, and your logo will be viewable, to the public that are searching for things. So put your full name and put your logo there.
Awesome. Thank you. So then from here, you're going to do, if you see over on the left-hand side, it's going to show you what you're going to be doing. So obviously, your address, postal address, we'll get to the contact information, which again, all of this it would have is what has been in the system before. It just looks a little different.
If your club happens to have a primary paddling location, launch point, access point, you can put it in here. If you don't, that's okay. But we also have your postal address. So if they are different, you can put in different addresses. If not, then leave one of them blank, and that's okay.
Thanks, Kelsey. So this is where you're going to list, again, just the primary contact, whoever wants to be reached when I need to reach out to someone, just as previous. Let's see. Yep. And your how many members you have, club president. Yep. Competition or recreational. This gives you a link to the additional Assure request form, which a lot of you get annually. Like when you renew, this just makes it a little simpler. You can click on that and it'll take you there.
Moment, please. It doesn't realize that I'm logged in as the club. It thinks it's myself. Anyway, yes, you can do this as part of your renewal if you like.
You want to make sure that, of course, that box is clicked yes to be able to move on. And here, as a part of the renewal, is your PAC agreement, which is a little nicer than how it was before because you had to do these two things separate. So it's built into your renewal here. Um, and I have had a few people request how to get a copy of this. So we're going to show you once we get through this where you can go back and find this under your membership profile.
And so this is all the information that goes in the join or renew portion. When you are renewing this membership or creating it for the first time. And so you can either add this to your cart and check out immediately, or you can just add it and then go back for the additional insured or any other items that you might want, and do one payment versus paying for this and then paying for something else in separate transactions. So it gives you both choices. And so this is also just the process through which you would update anything. If your postal address has changed, if your contact information has changed or website's changed, anything like that. So this is the exact same process. And you can, of course, do that from the dashboard here. You can also do it through edit if you would prefer.
So before we move on to the diving more into the admins and the organizations, can you go to where they can find, Kelsey, where they can find the PAC agreement once it's signed, please?
Yes,
So
it is here.
perfect. And I have encouraged people that like to keep it, it lives here now. We don't actually have a hard copy. So anyone that likes to keep a record of it, I've encouraged you just to take a screenshot and you can save that. But this is now where you can find it. So, next on our agenda, I believe, is going to be adding club administrators. That is important because they're the ones that are going to be able, like we said in the beginning, to click back and forth. So, and there are a few different options. This could be the treasurer, this could be president. We'll pull it up and take a look. But this is nice because you have control over who has access to the Paddle America Club or the affiliate club and what they can do inside instead of just before I had a lot of questions with who gets the login and the password. And this is just simplifying that for you all.
So to access the roles, okay, so that's what this is called, administrative roles. You can see this club has a handful, some of us here. You click Edit Profile, and then this blue button, Add Role. And so it's going to ask you this question. Is this role for yourself? The answer is no. If you can create this page, it's not for yourself. So you click no. And if you know their membership number, great. If you don't, that's okay. Just their first, last name, email right here. And then you select here from these options, super admin. That's the very tippy top of the administrative tower, if you will, that has the ability to assign administrative roles to others. But you have president, vice, secretary, administrator, and treasurer. So this general administrator could be, outreach, or they could be safety training, or they could be something else. So these are up to your definition, what each of these means for that particular person. And once you fill out this information and click submit, that person, will be, yes, I want to continue, excuse me, will be added to your list of admins, right? So you can go back and check that or remove admin status if you wanted to, like this, or change set primary, would just change, if I right now am the primary contact, the super admin, but I want to hand it to somebody else, I would do it like that. Or I can remove myself as an admin from this club if I wanted to. And this kind of we're in the edit profile section. So you can go back and again, if you want to re-upload your logo or change your address without going through the entire membership join or renew phase, you can do that right here too.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelsey. Our next super important, I've gotten a lot of questions about this too, is going to be how to look up the club members. I used to be able to pull a roster for you all, and we've made it easier. So you can see who is tagged your club as being a member. So Kelsey's going to pull that up for us so we can see where to go.
Well, this is a bad example because the only members of this club are us because we use this as a test. Please excuse me a second. I'm going to go log in as a different club. Pardon me one moment.
So when she pulls it up, there's an option for searching someone individually. If you like someone is saying, yeah, I've tagged you, you can type in their name, or there's the smart list, which you can pull up to where you can see everyone that's tagged your club.
I believe it only shows those with current ACA memberships.
So it won't pull up expired.
Mm-mm.
Great.
Hey, pardon me about that. I apologize. So here's just another club. So you go over here to the left-hand side where it says members. This function, quick search, is if you want to look up someone by name in particular or an email address that you don't know to whom it goes, right? Or you could just click Smart List and you'll get a list of all of your current members here like this. And if you wanted to, you click on this thing called filters and add a filter. And so you can search by so many different things, when their membership expires, if they happen to have a role in your club or a different one, if they're an instructor and if they paid their SCIC dues, all these different things, right? So that will help you figure out who is a current member. And you can filter them all sorts of different ways by name, by age, by what have you. So as Michelle said, this does show all of your members, but for example, this gentleman has not yet paid for his membership. So those who are affiliated with this club, 26 of the 27 are current members, and this one is not yet finished.
To keep going off of this, where they can pull up where you all are able to pull up the list of members, I think the next thing we'd like to show you is how individuals can your club as tag your club as being a member of your club.
Yes, I do have one more thing I'd like to say
Mhm.
before we do that, which is these functions up here, the save, and I think this is export or edit. Yeah, so download report. So any of these filters, if you make a 3 or 4 tiered filtered list of something very specific, you can export that list, or you can save this as like a search that you can reload at any point that you need to. Does that make sense? So if I want to say someone whose last name begins with A through L and was born in these 5 years and I don't know, whatever else it is, you can save that search query and reload it at any time that you want to. You can also just export a list of everybody here on the total or that are in those filters as you like. And then if you want to, let's say, identify everyone in your club who has an expired membership, or in this case, there's some reason why their membership is not current, you can filter those out and then send an email to the individuals to whom your particular message is relevant. Does that make sense? I might have made that more wordy than it needed to be. But the point being, you can look up all of your members, you can export a list and keep it, you can filter them by different filters, and you can connect with them in one like email group for those that fit into the filters you've chosen.
Thanks, Kelsey. I do see a lot of questions coming through on the chat. I believe Michelle's jumping in on some of them. Any of them that are not answered, we'll go back through at the end and we'll make sure we do answer them. I don't want you all to think we're ignoring them.
So the next item, thank you so much, Crystal. You're a champ. I wanted to let y'all know how it is that you, as an individual member, can indicate your club affiliation. Or, you have someone who joins brand new. How do they, link up with your club? I do just want to make a small note that all these things that we're talking about in here are in our help center. Okay. So if you forget what we're saying and you don't want to watch a video, you like to read the instructions or look at a screenshot that's static, you can find the answers to these questions in here. Excuse me. So I think, nope, that's incorrect. My apologies. It's in annual membership. Click the 3 stacked dots over here. And I want to take an edit. And then I go to, there we go, club information. Okay, so an individual, go to your dashboard, click annual membership, edit, and then your second tab here is club info. You can either just start typing in a name right here, and there you go, ACA New England. Or if I just want to scroll through all the clubs, I can scroll through them all here just like this. And so whichever one I pick, the Fredericksburg, Fredericksburg Canoe and Kayak Club is not a current club, so I can't pick them. So their dues are expired. I should have done that as part of our demonstration, but this is how someone can select your club. And in fact, you can add multiple if you're a member of multiple clubs. And so that's a really great way. If someone lives near 2 and is a member of 2, they can be found by both.
Perfect. Thank you, Kelsey. I believe the next thing on our agenda is going to be forms. If you want to go back to an organization profile, club forms is where you all are going to find how to request an additional insured, and is also where you're going to find how to do an event membership form by clicking on Add Club Form. They are the exact same forms as they were before. They might look a little different, but they should have the same questions. We built them from the ones you all were already using.
Yeah, so the additional insured request form is exactly the same fields, the same order even as they used to be, and you submit it the exact same way. And the cool thing about these also is, of course, you can pay for it in the same transaction as your membership renewal if you like, or, one-offs throughout the year. It also will keep a record of every form that you have submitted. So this one, I didn't finish it, but it keeps a record. So I can go back and take a look at what I've done in the past. And as Crystal said, the additional form that's in here right now is the event final report form, which again, it works exactly the same way as the previous form that you used. I don't have any preloaded things, but the attendance roster that you use, you can download it by clicking on this link, and you just move through the event name, start date, end date, you upload the roster, you click submit. And if you had any event members for which you owe a $10 fee, it'll pop it into your cart. And that's all you need to do.
I believe Casey has her hand raised.
Yeah, and I might encourage others to do that as well, just because for the sake of the video, that way when people have questions, it's answered in the recording as well, because if you guys have questions, I'm sure a bunch of other people do as well. So just while we're on this, Carolyn asked, is additionally insured the same as adding a non-ACA member to an event, or to a, it's covered up for me, to a one-time event?
That's a great question. An additional insured is it's typically a property owner or like people that do pool sessions during the winter. It's usually the facility that they're using, or it can be, sorry, thank you, Kelsey. It's right there. A sponsor, co-promoter, or sports governing body. It is not going to be an event member. We will go over event memberships as well. Good question.
Yeah, so think of it this way. You get an annual certificate of insurance to cover, your approved events. And if you always access the water through, a neighborhood, marina, right? You want to name them as an additionally insured to give them an annual certificate as well. So this is for an organization or another entity, another body. And so this kind of goes along with your annual certificate. And so, of course, you can do one of these for the whole year, or if you have one-off event in a brand new place, or, at a public park, and that city or that county wants to be covered as well, that's another example of how this is used. But yes, this is for organizations, entities, not individual people.
I believe that leads us to, since we're in here in the forms, there is not a insurance request form quite yet. Clubs don't need to request insurance. They are going to use that form for class 3 or class 4, river class 3 or class 4. That is something that is coming. And you would find it in the same place that these other forms are. We are just still working on that one. When it comes to our affiliates that do need to request insurance, we do have a temporary form that I have access to and I can share with you when you need it, because it's not available for you all either. It's something that we are going to be having here as soon as we can. We're just working on that one. A few other enhancements or forms that are coming your way are going to be a calendar post form. That way you all can share your events with the public. That's something that's going to be coming out soon. And how we do need to go over event memberships, Kelsey, I'm sorry, and how non-members can sign a waiver.
Gotcha. I was going to say one really quick thing first. So clubs, PACs, you don't need to request coverage for your events every single time, right? That's part of the beauty of having an annual certificate of insurance. And what Crystal was speaking about regarding class 3 or 4, we do require a safety plan or a risk management plan to be submitted for events that are in whitewater class 3 or higher. But again, you don't need to request insurance every single time. Save yourself some paperwork. We don't need to know about your events in advance. And in fact, you don't have to report them to us if all ACA members, everyone who attended was a current ACA member. And so that's just a huge plug for having your members as part of your club become ACA members. So you won't have to submit any paperwork for those events. So But
Thanks,
again,
Kelsey. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
these forms are they're about to cross the finish line. So all of these things will all be in the same place for your record keeping. We're also really excited that in the future, just in time for the spring season, we're going to have within this exact same platform a way for you to host event registrations here if you want to. You do not have to, but if you want to, you can send your registrants to a page where they can register and pay for your event, sign a waiver all in one, and whatever registration fees you collect go straight into the account of your choosing. And it'll just be really darn cool because it'll sync really well with current members' profiles or non-member profiles, but all of this stuff will just be a one-stop shop. It'll be a cool thing for you if you choose to go that route. But anyway, Crystal was just saying, how does a non-member sign a waiver? So how I'm going to show you that is this is my personal profile. But one cool thing about this platform is that I can have multiple members or multiple accounts within mine, right? And so this is me and this is my dog. I call him my sun dog. But anyway, he is not a member. You can see here his membership thing is blank. So I could buy him a membership right now if I wanted to. I could go into annual membership and fill out the process if I wanted to. But in the case that I don't, he doesn't want to be a member. That's perfectly fine. You can go over here to the word waivers. So your event attendees, they create an account in this platform. They do not have to buy a membership to have access to this platform. I just want to say that one more time. Your event members use their name and their email to create an account. An account does not require membership, just like this is illustrating. I can have one if I want. I don't have to have one if I don't want. And what I would do is go over here to waivers, and I would sign the event member waiver, right? And this is exactly the same as the digital copies we had prior to the hard copies. All of it's the same. And that's how that is done. It's that simple. I have signed all three of these as I've been testing, so excuse me for the duplicity here, but that's exactly how they sign it. And then in a moment, we're going to have at the bottom of that event member waiver, have that drop down of clubs where they can indicate for which club they're signing, and they'll end up in your member view list. So that's how that works.
So eventually I did see someone ask about when we were reviewing how to look up members associated with the clubs. Kelsey, just to be clear, you're saying that there will be an option for event members to tag the club so that they
Yes.
will pop up for them too.
Yes, and we're just populating the list that feeds into right now. So we're going to host another webinar and have more help articles and continue to hold your hand through every darn piece of this. And we were just so excited to tell you about it. So we still have a few things in the works, but oh my goodness, when those things come around really, really shortly, we'll tell you all about it and answer all of your questions, either one-on-one or in another webinar like this. And like we were talking about, put those step-by-step instructions in the Help Center. This is the Help Center right here. So again, you click on this and you have these instructions here. So we have everything here anytime that you have those questions and want to take a look at it again.
Kelsey, how do you feel about me going back through these questions and making sure just the ones that are here first, and then we'll see if there are any other questions that pop up.
Yeah. Are there anything, Crystal, that you and I missed from?
Um, I don't believe so. When I was looking at everything
You did it
we were
so
planning on.
well. Okay.
It looks like Scott asked if we could go back to the individual membership. Um, earlier when we were looking at individual membership, Scott, was there something particular that we could show you or that you had a question about?
Yes, I'm sorry. I caught up. Kelsey Kelsey moves a little faster than I do with her screen switches, and I caught up. I did ask Kelsey a specific question whether the Coast Guard Auxiliary has been set up as a PAC at this point.
Scott, I think the auxiliary is currently an affiliate. But we can chat about that offline if you think you want to make a change.
Okay, and will I find the affiliates the same way as I find the club from my personal menu?
Oh, yeah. Well, here, let me, is this where I was? So this is my personal account, as you can see.
Right.
And I'm using this as an example, but this is my personal account. This is my admin account. You don't get to have one of those, just me. And then this is the club, and this is an affiliate. So you switch in and out of them in the exact same way.
Okay, and do I get that club affiliate search bar? I'm not seeing it.
Sorry. It's not in your account. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh, okay, yes. Then I can fix that. That's exactly what happens. So in the past, affiliates and clubs could only have one username and password, and they had to share it amongst all of their leadership. And this platform having multiple admins and multiple roles is really darn cool. It's just we only were able to import one at a time because of the previous platform's settings. But yes, I'll add you as an admin of the auxiliary. Yeah, of
Thank you.
course.
Thanks, Kelsey. I went back through the other questions that were in the chat, and it looks like either Michelle answered, Kelsey, looks like you answered a few of them too. Are you comfortable if I just open up the floor for any additional questions? Make sure we didn't miss anybody.
Yeah, I am. I would just ask that if you can raise your electronic hands, that we can just not talk over one another if we can help it.
Yeah, that would be great. Does anyone have any questions about anything we showed you or anything that we didn't show you?
I can't figure out how to raise my hand, but nobody's talking.
Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
So how quickly are you going to have that hosting, having hosting registration events through ACA where the fees go to the account and everything like that? Is that in the future or is that near?
It is near. It's in testing right now. We have the functionality set up. We just haven't launched it yet.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It looks like Ward has his hand up. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm an affiliate, Yakin River Keeper, and I've got an event coming up in about a month. I've been waiting for this to know how I'm supposed to register, and I don't know that I still don't know that I know how to register yet.
Okay.
And there's a second question too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you already remind me the name of the affiliate? Do you already
Yakin River Keeper.
Okay, so are you trying to figure out how to renew the affiliate or have you done that already?
I need to renew, but I
Okay.
also have an event coming up. So after I do that, I want to get it in before 10 days so I don't have to pay more. So,
Absolutely. So we can walk back through how to renew. Before we do that, though, the to request the insurance for affiliates, that is a form I'll have to send you personally. That
okay.
is one of the forms that's not working. But also, our insurance policy renews February 1st. So any certificates that I issue right now are going to expire on February 1st. So I can still send you that form and we can get everything going, but I won't be able to issue for your event if it's past February 1st until that day when we
Yeah,
renew.
it'll be the 7th. So,
Okay. Then yeah,
uh,
we can get everything rolling so that February 1st I can issue what you need. I can have everything like set up ready to go. And of course we won't charge you a fee. That's not your fault. But we can get everything rolling so it'll get to you as soon as possible.
thank you. Another question, real quick, is if I wanted to check my previous transactions, is that available somewhere?
Kelsey, you might have to help with that question. I am not sure.
Yes, yeah. One moment. I'm gonna go key that up.
Ward, when we get off of this call, I will send you an email with that form so I can at least get that to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So how this would work with looking at your prior transaction history. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. That would help, wouldn't it? Pardon. So as we discussed, you log in as yourself and then toggle or switch between yourself and the club or the affiliate. And over here, okay, is something kind of cool, your purchase history, right? So this club has never made a purchase because I because I made this as a test. But they'll be listed here, right? So you can do that. And then you can also, forgive me, I believe it was Michelle, were you asking about when the event registration will be available? One of those things, you'll be able to
Yes.
take a look in here and take a look at all of the people who have signed up for something, the people who paid with a credit card versus those who paid with Apple Pay or paid with Google Pay. If you have different events set up, you can toggle out through those and open registration dates and close them or add more details or links or anything like that. So um, this is where it says queued reports. When we earlier took a look at our smart list feature for our members, and we put in 2 or 3 different filters. If we want to save one of those searches, it'll save here in queued reports. And so you can pick those back up and rerun them with a single click. And so there's lots of different things in here that you'll be able to take a look at and use for not only your member records, but for your transaction records, your event records, your payment records, your form submission records. All of them will be all in one place.
Got it. Thanks.
Kelsey, correct me if I'm wrong, Ward was saying he wasn't sure how to renew his organization membership. Is that right? Or you got
No,
it?
I just need to. I mean, I know how to now, but
Cool.
uh, I just need to.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Stephanie said she cannot raise her hand and she was asking if non-ACA member signs a waiver annually or for each event. A non-member is going to sign a waiver per event.
Okay. And just make sure they list your club as the club affiliate.
Yes, and that way they'll pop up when you go to search that smart list, they'll show up for you, or you can search them by name if they're like, I already signed a waiver, they should pop up for you.
Great. And I had one other question. If you are importing your list, your sign-in sheet, does that need to be in an Excel sheet, or how does that process work?
That's a great question. Are you talking about the attendance roster for
Yes.
the final? Yep. So that first screen when Kelsey went into the form, there is a link there. It says attendant roster, and then there's an actual link that you click on and you can download it and use it and then save it and attach it back to the form.
So we need to download the original, whatever, Excel sheet,
Right here.
fill that out,
Yeah.
and then okay.
You
Gotcha.
got it. Yep, it's an Excel. It should look exactly like the one you all have used in the past. We're providing the link and you can save it, and then later it'll give you an option to attach it.
Great.
In fact, it's the exact same file.
Okay.
The exact same one.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you so much. We appreciate the streamline for sure.
Absolutely. Casey, it looks like you asked about how does a non-ACA member waiver find the event waiver?
Can you rephrase the question?
Do you mean, Casey, go ahead. There you are.
This actually wasn't me. This is one of my
Oh, this is
AP.
another Casey Moss. Okay. Are you asking, once they sign in, because we were saying they don't have to join the ACA, but they do have to create a membership. Do have to create a profile, and then they're going to go to waivers and they're going to select that event waiver under their name.
If you ask that question, go ahead and go off mute. Feel free to.
I didn't ask the question, but I have a similar in that. So I've got events where I'm meeting the public, and I'd love for them to be able to just sign up, follow a link like we used to do, and then have them sign the waiver. I think I'm going to get some pushback if they have to join, not pay to join, but create an identity with ACA. Because I think most of the people I'm dealing with just want to go paddling.
Yeah, that I know Smart Waiver in that way was like you said, you could share the link, they could sign this we have thought about this. Kelsey, I feel like maybe you could answer this question a little bit more than I could. If you don't mind taking the floor.
Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, I hear you. The people just want to go paddling and they don't want to deal with paperwork and they don't want to give away information. And we respect people's privacy, by the way. We will never give away, share, sell, or otherwise compromise anybody's information. And kind of as a comprehensive, what I would call professional administration of your members and of their information and of the people who attend your events, making sure that they have the coverage that they need, that if something happens, you could reach out to them afterward and have a record of everyone who was there. And this is the new platform that we have. And while there are going to be people who don't like it, and that's okay that they don't. I think that we are providing a streamlined, a professional, and a holistic service, and it will continue to grow with the services that we can offer, the functionality, the integrations. The sky is the limit. We're going to have online education and a learning management system. There's a whole bucket of resources for trip leading. I mean, there's so many things. And so I ask if you're willing to ask your members or your event attendees to give it a try, because we're offering you a lot of really valuable things and we want you to at least engage with them once to tell us what you think versus writing it off at the beginning.
Sure.
Kelsey, can I just interject here? Is it still possible for non-ACA participants to simply sign a paper waiver at the event and pay the $10?
Yes, most certainly.
Absolutely. Yes.
So then they wouldn't have to go on the website and create a profile, would they?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, so in that event final report form that we earlier looked at the bottom it says which waiver method did you choose, an online one or paper. And if you select paper, you can either mail in the hard copies. Please don't, but you can if you want. Or you can just attach a scan or a photo of the signed ones, which is still totally acceptable. No changes in that regard.
Yep. Carolyn, did you have another question? I know you had your hand up as well.
Well, I'm writing away crazy here. I missed, I went into the website several times. I'm still not clear where you are on the website when you create a waiver for an event. So if I'm doing if I'm doing a paddling event in 3 weeks, from where do I make a new waiver for others to fill out?
Oh,
So go ahead, Kelsey. Go ahead?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just thought I was on mute and I was like, oh, Carolyn, you don't have to make a new one.
Okay.
It's the same waiver for everything. And then they would just indicate which club or affiliate they're signing and the date of the event. And that's it. And you can filter through all of the event member waivers based on the date or based on their name, anything that you want to do. But you don't need to make a new link or a new anything every time. Same one.
Oh, okay. Perfect. No wonder I couldn't find it.
Yeah. You're not crazy. It wasn't there. Yeah. It looks like I don't want to mess up your name. Is it Kasara with your hand up?
Yeah, and it's good timing because I'm similar to what Carolyn Nar had asked about. So I'm also in the system, but in when I switch to my club and I go to waivers, I only have one. I don't have an event waiver. And so again, I'm asking kind of the same question she just asked. And so I guess I'm saying like, how do I get one? How do I get an event waiver at the organization level?
When you're in as your organization and that little tab that says waivers, that is actively confusing because that is where the agreement lives. It is not the event waiver. So that word waiver is confusing all the way around. Trying to fix that. But for you don't need to create an event waiver. You just send someone to the platform, they make an account, again, membership not required, make an account and sign the event waiver. Every single person signs the same document and they just indicate for which club they're signing at the bottom. You don't have to create anything. There's no link to January's versus March's versus anything. It's the same one all the way around. And so
So
you
they're
don't need to
signing
create.
the annual waiver.
So if you're an ACA member, it is going to be an annual waiver, yes. If they are not an ACA member, they're going to have to go in and sign an event waiver every time. So that's where they'll have the profile. The first time they'll have to set it up, just name and email, and then they'll sign an event waiver each time. But because sorry, you won't find it under, like she's saying, under the organization because that's just the PAC agreement.
Yep.
Any individual should either have to sign an ACA member waiver if they're a ACA member, or they're going to sign an event waiver if they're not.
Okay. So, I'm gonna walk you through a scenario and then I'm gonna tell you what I believe is correct. And you all can just let me know if I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
So currently, and I think m many of our clubs do this, we have online registrations for our events on our websites or other platforms. And within those online registrations, we have set up flows or emails or buttons or lots of things that click to that smart waiver. And we say, go here, click that waiver, come back and complete your registration. Or, hey, you signed up. I'm going to send you an email. Make sure you click that button and go sign up so I can go check my database to, make sure that you're clicked. So what you're telling me is we can't just give them a button that goes somewhere. We have to say, go here, set up your account, and then come back. And so I'm thinking just out loud that for most people at this time, non-members, that we should just expect to do paper waivers until we take advantage of the ACA's online registration where it's all in one and easy for everyone.
Um,
Because they're not going to know who ACA is
right. I
if
mean,
we're doing the
so
online registration.
well, one, it's a testament to how great you guys were using the smart waiver system. I know like it took us a while to like, this is what you need to do. So it sounds like you guys really got that down. I feel like as a replacement for the smart waiver link where you're like, hey, click here, sign your waiver. If you could still do that, it just would be the like log, you'd be linking them instead to like where they would sign up for the ACA profile instead and tell them like, hey, when you click this, you're gonna create a profile. You don't have to join and you're gonna sign a waiver. So because that's the electronic waiver option at this point, you are more than welcome to use paper waivers. That's always an option. But if you want to stick with electronic, you could always link them directly to that logon um, page.
Okay. Okay.
I know it's new, so it's like making your brain have to switch gears. And like, there's been a few times where I've been asked questions, and my brain does the same thing. I'm like, okay, how are we doing this now? So it'll take some time for us to get used to it, like you all and us. Um, it's go ultimately it is going to be better. We just all it's going to take us a few steps to switch gears. That's all.
You know what I think about, Kasara, is when you go and rent a car, right? I'm not buying it. I'm not insuring my own car, but I'm renting one. The amount of paperwork and like give up your firstborn child to get insurance on a rental car is pretty crazy. And so I think that just while it is not one simple click for some people, I would call it professionalism myself, but we're showing off the depth of event management that you are doing versus this is just one quick thing. Don't even read it. You don't really have to deal with it. It's not a big deal, and I want people to know that it is a big deal. And when people sign a waiver, that they are given time to read it and ask questions about it if they don't understand. And so,
Yeah, it might be, Kelsey, sorry to cut you off. It might be more like the experience of like that landing page of when I get to create a profile. Like maybe it's simple as create a profile. Like maybe I don't know what that page looks like. And because then that might help me better understand what is that, because I'm always logged into you guys. Like I'm always up the on the ACA website. So maybe if you could share what that page looks like, that might help me connect the dots on how that like experience would be online.
Yeah, I can do that.
Then I think we can all like write a little script before they click that button and says, hey, this is how it works.
Yeah, I love that idea. So while you're pulling that up, Kelsey, I'm just looking at a few other questions. Oh, you got it.
It just looks like this. And so it looks the same for either event membership or annual. And again, you put in your email, you select a password. And it lands on the dashboard the exact same way that we were earlier looking at mine. And they can fill out as much or as little information in there that they're comfortable sharing aside from their name and their email. I think it will require their birth date as well, because that determines whether they sign an adult or a minor waiver, right? But otherwise, that's it.
We could also create a help document in that knowledge center for this process, if that would be helpful. And that way you could just link right to that help, question and answer as well, if that would be of assistance to everyone.
Thank you guys. Or thank
Yeah.
you, ladies. It's always
Yeah.
ladies.
Krista, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. I don't want to miss anybody's questions. Yes, Stephanie asked, can we do hybrid paper waivers? And then those who don't, absolutely. You can do paper waivers, and people that are okay doing electronic waivers, that's perfectly fine. The printable waivers, they are linked on our website. Kelsey, I do believe they're still there. We didn't change.
I put a link in the chat. They're still there.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And Craig Heaton looks like he had a question.
Yes, I got a quick question. So, so to play this out a little bit, it's race day. I show up. I know who's registered. I've got my list of everyone that's registered and everything. But what my goal is that when people walk up to that check-in desk, that I have identified them as they have not signed a waiver, an ACA waiver previous to race day, and I need to catch them, people at the check-in desk, and make them sign a paper waiver or have a tablet or something and have them sign up real quick. So the process, I think you're saying, is that I go into my my PAC profile and I get that list of everyone that's signed a waiver, be it ACA members or non-ACA members, and I have to do this correlation of okay, well, this is a different event, so they didn't sign up for the my race, but so I got to go through the whole list, do that correlation, get that list of 10 people that didn't sign a waiver before the event, catch them at the check-in desk, and make them sign a paper waiver or something like that. Did I say that right?
Absolutely. I was gonna say, but like before you got there, worst case scenario, yeah, paper waivers. Like check that list before you go to your event, because a lot of times what I hear feedback about is there's not always good reception. And people are in a hurry when they're actually at the event. So a paper waiver is a great option for, hey, you didn't sign this. I just need you to go ahead and sign this, and then you can always send it in to us.
And also utilizing those filters for an event date so that you can narrow down ahead of time, like the night before you run that smart list for an event based on a particular date, which is going to filter down to just, tomorrow's date for your event, not, last month or next month's event. So utilize that filter as well to narrow in on the waivers that you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
Looks like William has a question but can't raise his hand.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't run. I just want to
That's
let you
okay.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, since all our members sign waivers, annual waivers, In the new system, what I'm getting an idea is that until they renew their ACA membership, those old waivers aren't any good, or are they? The ones with smart waiver.
Correct. So the going from the other system to this system, you are right. We used to have to manually do the smart waivers and put them in our last system. They do not transfer over into this system that we're in. So until they renew and sign another waiver, that is correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Michelle or Kelsey. If they are active if they have an active membership right now, then they're still going to show up on your list when you pull ACA member waivers, even though they haven't signed a new waiver now because they did have an active waiver before. Is that right? Am I making that more confusing?
So the previous waiver that they signed expires at the end of this month, at the turnover of the insurance year, right? So if you host an event tomorrow and they signed one in the last insurance year, then that's okay. But moving forward past February 1st, when the insurance year renews, they'll either, if they've already signed into their ACA account now and signed it as part of their account activation, great, that's valid. If they have not yet, they need to log in and do that.
Okay. That's important to know. Okay.
Yeah, great question.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Yeah.
You're on mute, Leslie.
okay.
Sorry, you muted yourself.
So I am confused. Does that mean that people who signed an annual waiver in June of last year, it doesn't really go to June 2026?
Yeah, great question. It is our insurance year is February 1st to February 1st. And similarly to if somebody, joined the ACA mid-year, their membership is good for one full year, but our insurance renews. And so we have to start over on that date.
Okay. Well, that's what has made membership kind of a nightmare because our renewal period, people have all kinds of different ACA join dates, and usually ACA annual waivers dates.
Did I misspeak, Michelle? Pardon me then. I think I misspoke. Michelle, please tell us.
Yeah. So in the past, your annual waiver went from the day you signed it to a year later. And so if you signed it May 1st, it went to May 1st of the next year. So if you've got a list of those people who've signed those waivers, use that list. Because those people signed and they're not going to want to sign it again. Bill or William was saying that does a current membership mean that you've got a current waiver? Not yet. So this new system went into effect November 15th. And if you renewed after November 15th, you automatically had to sign a waiver.
If you renewed ACA.
ACA, yes, pardon me. If you renewed your ACA membership after November 15th, you signed an annual waiver. So
right.
your annual waiver goes with the year of your membership going forward. So going forward, when you look at the list, you're going to be going, okay, they have a current membership, they have a current waiver. Right now we're in a period that it's kind of funky. And so if you've got that list from Smart Waiver, awesome. If you've got a list of some spreadsheet somewhere where you've got that information written down, that's great. But if not, they're going to need to log into their profile and just sign a new waiver.
Yeah,
I know, Leslie, I know that look on your face. I'm so sorry. It's a
well, it's just, for instance, I just renewed my membership in Bill Oshie's club in Houston because that's where I used to be, but I'm in Colorado now. Cool. So I renewed membership, their system, and I did an annual waiver through the Smart Waiver just this month. But I'm still not, when um, I'm still not clear if that's going to last till, you know, February or beyond.
Is this, Leslie, is this for HASK? Is that their acronym?
Yes.
Okay, so they have a smart waiver themselves. It is not through the ACA. They have their own account with Smart Waiver. I actually have had a conversation with them because I let them know that we are not accepting Smart Waivers anymore. We have no way to upload that information. And I believe theirs expires maybe in June of this year. But those, if you signed it with them, we don't have any way of downloading that into our system or
Okay.
even being
Well,
able.
I have plenty of ACA annual waivers because I'm in like 4 different clubs.
Okay.
I seem to sign annual waivers about 3 times a year
Oh,
for
wow.
the ACA. But um it but I also manage membership for a Colorado club, and it's very difficult to keep track of when they've renewed. Our membership is a different time than ACA membership. We require them to be members of ACA, but their renewal dates are all over the place. And so their waiver dates are all over the place. And it's a real trick. It's more than most volunteers want to deal with, including me.
Leslie, I can say one thing, which is great in the fact that, again, we can't control if the multiple clubs with which you paddle require you to sign one of their waivers and you sign 4 different clubs waivers.
No, they're
But
all
you will sign,
ACA.
well, moving forward, you will sign 1 annual waiver with ACA. And if your account is affiliated with 4 clubs, that 1 waiver is good for all 4 of those clubs. You don't need to sign it multiple times.
Right. And from what I learned today, I hope I learned, is that the people organizing those events for those clubs can figure out if I have an annual ACA waiver through the, what is it, Smart List
Correct.
option?
Exact.
Okay.
If we associate your membership with all 4 clubs.
I'm trying to fix that, but
yep, we can do it.
When I have gone to the ACA website so far, I couldn't find any of this, but I will try again.
Okay. That's okay. If you need me, call me.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say. Me and Michelle, we are here to help. So just let us know.
John has a question, y'all.
I just got a simple question because we're a small club. I don't know what smart waiver is. Our members, have a membership with ACA. They sign a waiver. So they join the ACA and sign the waiver in August of 2025. That waiver is still good through until the following year, correct? ACA. I don't have to tell them now to sign up again now, do I?
Well,
do you have a copy of a list of who did that? Do you have record? Do you have record of that? Because we don't. That's
well, the ACA. Well, the they sign a waiver every time they renew their ACA.
Going forward, yes.
But not going behind. I mean, if they joined in.
Not that if they joined in August.
Okay.
I'm sorry, John.
It's John, unfortunately, unfortunately, we're just in a transitional period. So yes, you are right. If everyone did in August, typically they wouldn't have to do it again until August. It's just because we've gone to this new system and we didn't have any way to bring all those waivers with us. So I know it's not what you want to hear, but this should be the one time that they're going to have to do it again before the year. And then going forward, they shouldn't have to. It should be every year like normal.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Did we miss anybody? Michelle.
Just really quick to confirm, when they do a non-member does an event waiver online, you will be collecting the $10. will that automatically go to the cart and then they pay on the credit card right through ACA? So you get your $10 for the non-member event membership for event waiver?
Kelsey, I am going to let you answer that one.
Yes. We have not enabled that yet. I think we need to chat more with all of y'all here because some clubs like to collect that $10 and submit it all in one go. Because right now, the event final report form that you submit charges per event member. So you, the club administrator, would have to pay it. If that is not the route that you want to go, or we need to develop two routes, honestly, then we can do that. Just right now, it does not trigger any money. No.
Okay. And then, and just to clarify, if we have like 8 pool sessions in a row, is each one an individual, or would that be considered our pool session segment? Like if we have 8 weekly pool sessions, are those 8 individual events that they each have to pay $10 for non-members, or is it, we're packaging it as 8 sessions? So does that count as one event?
So in the past, and Kelsey, correct me if I'm wrong, if this has changed, with pool sessions, there is an exception. So typically for every event, you're going to sign a waiver, you're going to pay $10, but we understand pool sessions are multiple times, a lot of times multiple months. So we ask that you collect the waivers and the fees and report them every month. Because if they're doing pool sessions and it's a series and it's the same people that are coming and like I said, it's usually a few months at a time, that is the exception to the rule.
Okay, so we would charge them, even though it spans 3 different months, we would charge them one $10 fee, and we would give you an updated report at the end of January, February, March, or whatever we were doing.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You could also ask that they become an annual ACA member and not have to report anything.
That's true. Because if they're paying, let's say it's January, February, and March, that's $30. So if they joined for $40 for the whole year, they wouldn't have to keep paying and they wouldn't have to keep signing waivers. Just an option out there.
No, we try and make everybody become an ACA member because we don't like paperwork.
Well, we love that. Yeah. Make it easier on you too. You don't have to report if everybody's an ACA member.
Yep.
I've got a question about the event fees. What I'm hearing is a non-member who joins an event and has to pay an event fee, but all that's actually, they don't pay it individually. It all gets collected on the final event form. That's where it gets to ACA. Is that correct?
At this moment, yes. But as
Okay.
Michelle had said earlier, sorry, Michelle Gallup, not Michelle Flynn, that there are some clubs that would like the opportunity to have all of their event members pay that directly to us. So you don't have to worry about it and your accounting doesn't have to come and go and pass through. We just don't have that functionality yet because the way that every event conducts their events and collects registration fees versus insurance fees and different things is really dynamic. And I think we need to workshop that more before we turn that switch or flip that switch rather.
I just need to know in the future. We just need to know.
Right now,
Because what we've done is, as a treasurer, I've been paying it, but now we'll probably have the fleet captain, who's the person that submits that report. He can pay it through the club. It doesn't matter. We just need to know how that gets paid to ACA.
Yeah. So any of your organization's administrators can submit that report,
right,
and pay with whatever payment method they prefer. The system is not going to save your credit card information, so you can't just save it, but they could pay with different cards, or it does Apple Pay, it does Google Pay, it does all that stuff, Stripe, Shop, all the different things. So whatever makes sense for you.
Okay, I understand.
I have a really nerdy thing for Kelsey. If I can get her brain to ponder for me.
Go ahead.
Kelsey, it seems like, and maybe I'm not remembering the platform. It seems like you've been making little minor changes as we've been talking, but I would like to explore because of the way that we do our waiver systems and our registration forms at this time. If there's a way for you to pre-populate that event name for an event waiver. So if you could think about like URL query, variable, whatever, it would be really cool if I can give a unique link for each event, and then the event name would be pre-filled out so they don't have to be like, what am I signing up for? Because it appears like you do have to fill that out every time you sign out an event waiver. Super nerdy, doesn't have to be done, but I would love it.
That's not nerdy. That's logical. I have to look into that. Right this minute, I'm not sure, but I am writing it down. And
Thanks, Kelsey.
just don't be intimidated by the number of notes on my desk.
Well, I feel like we have had some really great questions, and I appreciate so many people that showed up. It's so great to have this opportunity to share this new system, and it's going to evolve as we start using it, and it's going to be wonderful, and we're going to work together, and all of us are here to help. We know that it can be intimidating because it's new, especially when the season starts picking up. So we want you all to know that we are here to help. And we know that things are going to change. They're going to look different, but we don't want you all to be afraid of anything. And yeah, we're here by your side. So you all don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions, and we'll continue to update our website and send out emails. And this is great having a webinar and seeing faces and being able to talk to each other. So we'll definitely hold more of these webinars too. But I think I appreciate everybody's time. Kelsey, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think what you said is perfect. We're by your side, and we're all real people back here, and realizing there are human confusions and emotions and stresses. But we are here to bend this for your benefit. So anything that we can create, we will. Anything we can simplify, we will. So please stay tuned and call us up anytime.
Thanks everyone for joining. It's awesome.
Thank you very